today.
From Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland.
It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier to about the 35, second down. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A first down throw for Daniels. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Play action, now it's Daniels. Forced out to his left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. To the air goes Daniels. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Prescott. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Prescott now from the 50. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2 yards to go, second down. Prescott yet again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And now it's blocked. And now Washington has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. They go play action. Daniels. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. Oh, what a catch by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and
that's caught inside the 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
a lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's Prescott. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll run with Allen. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24. A big pickup of 38.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the
touchdown Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Into space at the 45, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's Dak. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Owens. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Prescott. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington down by a field goal. A little over 40 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Huge play there. Now, do you use that timeout or try to hustle it up?
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Daniels. Fighting through pressure. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for Washington, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to...
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jaden Daniels Washington Commanders.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is taken at about the 14 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Daniels now to throw on 1st down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Complete to Likely. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We're scoreless after 1. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Likely. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing under.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Isaiah Likely with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Oh, nice move. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Daniels looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They juked him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Off the play fake, Daniels on the move to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Daniels to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Isaiah Likely On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fair... Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here is Washington now to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. On target to his man, Likely. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 59 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Jackson on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On third down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Sheds off the tackle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw is Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Daniels now on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Now a 2nd and 10. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. They'll look to throw again. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the gun, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath, sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. Gets past one man. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play action. Now it's Daniels. He hooks up yet again with Likely. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A first down throw for Daniels. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They go play action. Daniels. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Commanders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.